I don't know if you can see me over here. Hey, we're professional. Steve Machuga from Stack Up. Also, welcome to Wooburg. And if you're gonna do an interview, you might as well start at the top. So let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves. We'll go from right to left.
I'm Jadine Klomparens, Principal Game Designer on Magic.
I'm Mark Rosewater, the Head Designer.
I'm Corey Bowen, Senior Game Designer.
And I'm Sarah Wassel, Senior Art Director.
All right, and thanks for having me up today. Certainly appreciate it. First off, Mark, happy 30 years. That's insane.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Got to ask, what is Blogatog? I know it's your blog, but what is the word Blogatog?
Oh, well, Atog is a kind of creature in Magic.
Okay.
And usually Atogs always end their name in Atog. I was making a blog, and so it sounded fun to call it Blogatog.
As somebody who just stumbled into it recently, it's a portmanteau, obviously, but I can't figure it out. It was just like, okay, thank you for clearing it. So I came into the game as a commander player. There are no commander decks with the Spider-Man series. What's up, guys?
Well, so basically what happened is we have a multi-year deal with Marvel. We had a lot of different plans. The idea was we'd start small with a smaller set was the original idea, and that we'd sort of ramp up into the bigger sets. We realized as we were making Spider-Man that it wanted to be bigger than that, but it took a lot of energy to get there, and that commander decks are not something you can just sort of throw in the last minute. It requires a lot of art resources, and it's just not easy to do without planning ahead. And so we just didn't have the time to do it. We are doing Marvel Commander decks. If you are a fan of Marvel, there will be Marvel Commander decks coming. It's just sadly not with Spider-Man.
All right, I knew there had to be a reason because obviously we've got future Commander decks coming out. I was like, why Marvel? What was the story there? So with the sales of Final Fantasy just blowing the doors off of everything, and Edge of Eternity's coming out in between this and Marvel, what is successful moving forward? Like for Spider-Man, what is success?
So this is my 30th year, obviously, working on Magic, and Magic just keeps climbing, and I keep thinking we found, this is the high point, and then it just keeps going. And so this year has been hard to describe. It's just like everything. People are excited about everything. And so it's wonderful to see. Like I was at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and I've been going there at least to do Magic stuff for like 20 years. And like, this is the highest excitement level for Magic I've ever seen.
And I'm happy to have been caught up in that wave. It's a weird place to be at. It's like, where does it stop? Where's the top level of this? So it's crazy to watch. So I'm more of an in-universe guy. I love Edge of Eternities. I came in on Tarkir. I'm curious with the Spider-Man, this through the Omen Path conversation. We're like less than a month out, and we still haven't heard anything on this. Is there any news? Is there anything we can talk about yet? Because we're getting close.
I don't know. I don't know the timeline on that. So
okay, I figured because we're not talking about it, but I mean we're getting close to about that time, and it's got to say something, right? Different team. Perfect. Thank you. I thought I could squeeze that in under the Spider-Man because it is Spider-Man related. So we're going to go around the horn here. I want to hear everybody with the new set, favorite mechanics or in particular art.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way web slinging turned out. I think it just does a really great job of capturing everything we needed to capture to represent Spider-Man's webs. Just thrilled with how that one turned out.
Now I saw that today. Web slinging is almost like a warp ability where you bring somebody in for cheap, but you have to take a tapped creature out.
Yes, that one.
Okay, that's not just green-white. That's across the board, right?
It is just in green-white.
Really? Okay, interesting. All right, so web slinging. Okay, Mark?
One of the things that we decided to do for Marvel, obviously we started here in Spider-Man, is the double-face cards. Because the concept of secret identity into superhero was just such a slam dunk obvious thing to do. And we finally figured out how to sort of combine what we call modal double-face cards with transforming. So you can play either side, but if you play the secret identity, you can transform into the superhero. And I'm really happy we did that, and they turned out great.
I also really like the web slinging mechanic, trying to figure out what all these spider heroes do. That is fun and repeatable, and I think web slinging is perfect for that. I'm also a huge fan of the mayhem mechanic. It really calls back to an older mechanic, Madness, but it's a little less complex, a little easier to play with. So I really, really like how we execute on Mayhem.
And explain Mayhem. That's the one where you're going through your exile or graveyard to bring things back out?
Sure. If a card has Mayhem, that means you can cast it for its Mayhem cost if it was discarded this turn from your graveyard. So imagine I have a card that has, it's usually 4 mana, but it has Mayhem for 2 mana. If I discard it to some other effect, that means, I can pay 2 mana to cast it from my graveyard. I'm a really big fan of discarding cards and recurring cards in general. So it's just that's how that works.
And that's primarily red based.
Red and black.
Red and black.
Mhm.
So I saw you were talking about modal cards. The Norman Osborn. He's a mayhem character. Right?
Yeah, the Green Goblin on the back of Norman Osborn. He gives all of your cards in your graveyard mayhem, so you can discard whatever you want, and if you have enough mana, you can start casting them for cheaper from your graveyard. It's a nice way to squeeze out some value. Let's say you have an effect that draws a card and then discards a card using, let's say, the Connive mechanic. Then you can also mayhem those cards out if they have it.
I'm not much of a spell slinger guy, but I love playing around in my graveyard. Right. And lastly, Sarah?
So I think for me, like my favorite cards that we make are ones that are try to look like something else. Within this set in particular, the iconic covers and the classic cover cards are really the cards that I get the most excited about. The ones that look like comic book covers, but are actually playable Magic cards with the mechanics and the rules text disguised as like comic book cover text.
The one Clone Saga we saw today was one of those. You brought that up, I think was that the Secret Lair conversation? Was that what that came from? Or I can't remember where that was from.
The Spider-Man thing we showed it.
Right. But I saw that and it was like it was the perfect, like instead of just having the left-hand side with the, tier 1, tier 2, and then having you split the card into, it's like, it was made for
and
comic
move
books.
the text box like back and forth
Perfect.
like that. Yeah.
It's so cool. It's like,
really fun.
It was there the whole time. We were right. It's like so clever.
Yeah.
So very nice.
Thank you.
I think that's everything I got that I can talk about. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap that up. I want to thank everybody for giving me a little bit of time today and look forward to talking to you all more.
Great.
And good luck with release and good luck this weekend on the panel.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.